a small handle on the drawer, a standing lamp here, just using the same techniques I've shown throughout this tutorial. So we'll begin by creating our wood floor material. So I'll just isolate our hallway floor. Like so. And I'm just going to use these wood textures that I created. So we have the bump map, diffuse map and our specular map. So we'll just open the material editor and create a new material called wood floor. Like so. And just open up your basic parameters. In the diffuse slot, I'm going to drag in our wood planks diffuse. And for the reflect, I'll drag in the specular. And if we scroll down here and go to the maps rollout, I'm going to drag our wood planks bump into the bump slot. I also want to copy the reflect into the reflect glossy, and I'll just make this an instance. Like so. If you click on your diffuse and just go to your blur amount, we'll just reduce the blur amount to around 0.4. Also in the reflect, we'll do the same, but this time about 0.6. As the reflect glossy is an instance, this will go to 0.6 also. And your bump, I'll just change this also to 0.4. So a few values will change here. The reflect will keep it 100, but with reflect glossy we'll just reduce this to around 50. And also a bump, we'll just increase this again to about 50 for a wee bit more detail. I think the wood's a wee bit too brown at the moment, so if we go to our diffuse slot and just select the map, go to bitmap here, and just apply a colour correction. We'll just keep old map as submap. So in here, what we want to do is go to advanced, and under your gamma and contrast, so the RGB, we'll just increase this to around 2. I'm just going to take a wee bit of colour out of it, so I'm just going to change my saturation to around -30. That looks a bit better. So I'm just going to select this map here under the basic parameters, and just select show shading material in viewport. So next we can just apply our material. We can either drag it on, like so, or we can just use this button, assign material to selection. Okay, that's us done here. Under your modifier list, if you apply a UVW map, and just keep it planar and change the size to around 2 meters by 2 meters. Like so. I'm just going to rotate this now, so if you select UVW map and just use your rotate tool to rotate it about 90 degrees. You can also just adjust it slightly just to make the boards match up with the edges, like so. So once we've done this, we want to apply a V-Ray displacement modifier. And again, just keep this on 2D mapping, and we want to take our bump map into this texture map slot. So if you just open your material editor, and just go to your bump map, just drag this across, and make it an instance. Next, we're going to just change the amount, keep the amount to 8, and change our shift to -5. We can always alter this when we see the render. So that's all you need to do to the floorboards. So if you just unisolate your scene, and we'll just apply this material to the living room area. So if you select your hallway, we'll just select V-Ray displacement and UVW map, just right click and copy these. We're just going to paste them onto the living room floor. Back to the material editor, and we'll just apply this material. I'm just going to change the rotation of the UVW just to vary it up slightly. So if you go back to your UVW, activate it, and just rotate it like so. Just gives a wee bit of variation in the floor. So you can just apply these to all the other rooms in the scene, apart from the kitchen area, as that's a tiled floor. And we'll move on to our next material.